Okay.
I don't care what it look like, so I'm trying to tell you it's gonna be alright.
Okay.
I came out with some inspiration and some hope today.
Okay.
All time.
Okay.
Let's go.
From the back to the front, the head of the tail, now we getting where we want. We're going from the bottom right up to the top. Ain't nobody playing 'cause we can't be stopped. In the end, we win. We win.
Let's go.
We win. In the end, we win.
Let's get it. Come on.
What's good? What's good? Facebook, what's good? What's good? YouTube, IG, everywhere on social media. It is your boy, your host with the most, Smooth T, and you are in the midst of Smooth T's We Win Sports Talk. Check this out. Winning is the end game. So if you ain't about to win, don't go in. Definitely glad for y'all being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to come here and kick it with your boy, Smooth T, on this day, on this night, wherever you seeing it across the world. We appreciate you coming, man. Let's do a couple of things of footwork. Hey, on the bottom of that corner, you see what it say, like, subscribe, comment, man. Go ahead and do that, man. Let's get these numbers running up, man, so we can get some things going, get some things popping, get y'all on here, do the live chat. You know what I'm saying? We really building some things, and today is going to be an awesome show. It's going to be a really dope show. Got some good stuff for y'all today, man. We going in, man. Like I said, if we ain't about to win, we ain't going in, and we going in today because my guest today is my brother. You know what I'm saying? He from the A, just like I'm from the A. We in the same city, we in the same state. But man, if you don't know him, something wrong with you. If you don't know about football, something wrong with you. If you ain't even keeping up with college football, something wrong with you. So I'm gonna bring in my man right now. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Why it's due. Give it up right now. We bringing in my man Phillip Dukes from Dukes the Scoop. Catch him on the Scoop with Dukes on YouTube. He everywhere, man. He on DNVR. He on Well Off Media. He on the pregame show. This man is almost like, man, he the hottest chicken in the game right now. What's up, my boy?
Man, I appreciate the kind words, my brother. What's going on, T?
Man, I can't complain, man. Living another day, man. God let me see it, man. So I'm happy to be here, man.
For sure.
So let me give my flowers when it's due, man, because this brother right here, he Auburn graduate, man. I'm gonna tell you something that is crazy. I've been telling myself, I say, man, I think we related, man. I think we cousins somehow, man, because I be watching the show that you be on, and I be like, he's saying the same stuff I would have said. Then come to find out, you know, I went to Savannah State, man.
Okay.
But you know what my major was?
What's that?
Political science going into law.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
When I heard that, I was like, man, I knew he was good. You know what I'm saying? But man, I met Phil, man, in Colorado when I went there on my trip, man. He showed me love. You know what I'm saying? I showed him what I had going on, and we just been trying to connect and get up. And today we on We Win Sports Talk, so we doing it. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, subscribe, comment. You can catch me at Smooth T, the number 4 real on all social media platforms. You can catch him at Dukes the Scoop. If you don't see him on social media, you ain't on social media. You know what I'm saying? He an inside man right now. He doing his thing, man. So, man, again, I appreciate you, my brother, for coming in, showing the love, man. So we just gonna get into some good sports talk and some topics. Some of them that you are already familiar with. I ain't had a chance to get off my chest yet, but we're gonna get it off today for real. But definitely, man. Starting with, to me, one of the let's just do this, because a lot of people don't understand what you've been dealing with as far as where you've come from and where you at now. He from Colley Park, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Mayweather, where it's better. My granddad stayed down on the low drive, you know what I'm saying? I spent time on Campbellton Road back in the day, Shamrock Apartments at SNS Cafeteria, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Atlanta in our blood, you know what I'm saying? And we got some Atlanta topics we're gonna deal with later on, man. But so you spent time out in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? And tell the people that haven't seen you on my side, because I don't see you, but how was your adventures in Colorado being for you, my brother?
Man, it was amazing, man. Like, it's a real peaceful place, especially coming from like a city, like a metropolitan background. Real peaceful, but Everybody is like on the same page as far as supporting the Buffaloes, which I thought was really cool. I can't talk enough about how beautiful it is, scenery wise. And then like when you just get into the football, the building, I don't think I've ever seen anything as culturally influenced at this level. Talking about a Power 4 school that was in the playoff race, that when you go inside the football building, it looks unlike anything else. I mean, the facilities are there. You can tell Coach Prime has put his touch all around it because he wanted to get it to a certain level so you can attract a certain type of players. But then when you get there, man, it's so culturally influenced. It was like a big family atmosphere. I was able to spend time. I think the day I met you, I probably spent a couple hours with Coach Prime that day, just kind of kicking it. You know, the staff. Shout out to Ray, Coach Rispers, Coach Too Blessed. He's gone now, but he showed me love. Coach Corey Phillips, recruiting coordinator. I think he's the director of scouting recruiting. Coach Box, Coach Dance. Coach Sapp, D. Lou. I mean, like, it was like a family atmosphere. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, you know, people talking to me like they knew me already. And I just think, man, this is so important for me to like pass that along. But that's what I felt when I was out there. Like, I didn't know this man from nobody. I seen him outside. He was like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And we got to talking. You from the hey, me too. Boom. I mean, that's just how the atmosphere was. I didn't feel guarded. I didn't feel like, you know, I had to have my guard up or nothing like that. He didn't feel guarded. He didn't feel like T didn't feel like he had to have his guard up. It was just like good energy for him. And I think that's a microcosm of what happens and a byproduct of what they're building out in Boulder right now. And you can see it, man. The winning is coming. The good relationships are coming. Transfer portal is coming. So, yeah, I mean, my trip to Colorado kind of showed me pretty much it was a glimpse into the future of Colorado.
Yeah. To add to the same thing that you said, man, when I was out there, the same love you talking about is what I felt. Because when I came back, I told people, I said, yo, my father-in-law lives out there, so I stayed with him. So I was like 30 minutes away. So once I came out the airport, I hit Boulder quick. But when I got out there, man, the love that I was feeling, I mean, people like, hey, man, good to see you again. I'm like, again? I ain't never been. But okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. What's up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And meeting the different coaches, man. I met the strength coaches, meeting the people I met. I met Coach Sapp, met Coach Dansby, seen Coach Hart, meeting everybody. The love, you know what I'm saying? And it was that family atmosphere that, man, Coach Prime is bringing, man, which I'm with, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been fighting back. You know what I'm saying? Them haters, I've been fighting them down. You brought up some names on the last show I seen you on. I wasn't going to say his name because I ain't want to give him that shine so people go look at him. But since you already brought it up, you know what I'm saying? But just dealing with them haters, man. Whitlock, that's the first time I don't say his name on my show. All the mother cats, we ain't gonna get into all that because you already put it out there for him. But just like if you don't understand what's going on with Coach Prime out there, then you lost, man. Because for us, being here from Atlanta, Coach Prime means something real special to us because that 89 when he was a Falcon, that's what, man. When I'm telling you, it's two favorite players I got that we're gonna talk about today. Coach Prime was one of them, Michael Vick the other. You know what I'm saying? And Randall Cunningham was my other guy. But in Atlanta, Coach Prime is royalty, man. After it was Dominique, Coach Prime, then later on, here come Vick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, man, you know what I'm saying? For what he's doing and what he's been doing from Truth to Jackson State, man. And I always believed, you know what I'm saying? Because I watched his career. So I believed in what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of when you give him the right resources, watch what he can do. Because he's a marketing genius and just breeds confidence, and that just passes through them boys, man. So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, appreciate the love that I got from you out there and from everybody else, man. It's I left that, it was like, man, golly. Everything I seen online through Well Off and Bucky them, and when I got there and seen, I was like, man, yeah, this what's up. This that stuff.
I'm not no cold weather person at all. It probably was wrong with me right now. I'm kind of stuffy and stuff, like, you know, the weather changing and hey, it was 70 degrees, then it got to 40 degrees. It's gonna be cold tomorrow, but man, look, I ain't mind the cold out there. I didn't like.
Yeah, it's a different cold.
Yeah, but it's different, bro. Like, and I can't say that enough, man. So, hey, man, shout out to the culture that's been built, man. Like, and the culture that's built on brotherhood. But yeah, to talk about Whitlock, man, like, what I hate seeing people who have arguments that are flawed, right? So it's like, okay, cool, like, and being that certain arguments that you say, especially when your argument is to justify, you have a flawed argument to justify hating.
Right.
Now, the player, like, you know what I mean? And people talk about players, like in Atlanta, when we say player, we use it as an adjective. Like, player ain't a noun all the time. Like, people think player, got a lot of girls trying to do this. No, player is how you handle situations. Like, oh, you did that real player. Oh, no, that was player how you did that. Okay, cool. So, of course, when somebody who's subscribed to being a player, like, you, like, haters kind of, like, you're used to haters. When you see somebody, like, literally going out of their way to criticize somebody who's done nothing to you, and your only criticism that you have for him, everything you've tried to break this man down as far as career-wise, you tried to break his children down and say they weren't good, they weren't talented. You tried everything, and then you had to eat crow. But then after all of that, after you were proven wrong, you first of all, you ran with every rumor that you had a chance to run with, you ran with it. But then after that, it's like, okay, cool, you proved everything wrong, bet. All right, then what? All right, well, I just don't like him because he has rappers on the sideline. Well, bro, now you grasping some straws. So,
Right.
Yeah, I called it out, like, you know, and I got some feedback from a couple people that was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't spend your time on him, Dukes. Like, you know what I mean? Just told me like hey, but you 100% right. But don't spend your time like Dukes, like you different. Don't spend your time on him. Right. And I told them same people, I was like, man, there's one thing for me to one thing for y'all to say something coming from that building, but it's another thing for me to say how I feel, and it just ain't right. It's just not right. And I was glad I was able to shine a little bit of light on there, and you know, and Lord willing, as my career continues to grow and more like-minded people like me and you continue to get in that spot, we'll be able to combat some of that haterade. You feel me?
Oh yeah, because it's gonna take some people like us. Because Prime got an integrity where, because of who he is, it's certain things he's not gonna say because, okay, I don't have time to deal with that. But people like us, we got time. I can deal with it. That's like Vick Cuz. Okay, I'm gonna deal with you by talking about my family, because I ain't coaching for them. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm rallying with them, so I can spend a little time talking to you about it and dealing with you about it. And because we don't see inside and what's going on in there, I know what's going on. So I know everything you believe in and follow for is some bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I know it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So I can spend the time to defend them, because if you think about it, people in life, the great people in life, they don't have to defend themselves because they got enough people that'll rally around them to be like, nah, man, let me tell you what it really is. You know what I'm saying? So that's us. But
and then, you know, I would have did it for Fran Brown. I would have did it for Dabo Sweeney. I would have did it for anybody that you just going at. Like, bro, you really just hate on this man for no reason, bro. But especially Coach Prime. Right. Like, we talking about a cultural hero in Atlanta, like you alluded to earlier. Like, bro, yeah, man, no, dog.
Bro, I remember Coach Prime coming through that Georgia Dome. I got a picture in my phone when he put them hands up and he started dancing down that thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why when I see you had on them 93 diamond turf, I was like, yeah. I remember them shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember seeing him in them shoes. I was like, man, the impact that he put on that Falcons team is something that was just monumental, man. And for what they did in that season where they went to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? That was a team, you know what I'm saying? And everywhere he's been an influential person, from going from Atlanta to San Francisco. Put like this, in San Francisco, dog, when have you ever seen Jerry Rice dance in the end zone?
Man.
Steve Young dancing in the end zone?
It was lit, bro.
Prime effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That 94, and then when he went to Dallas, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So
you talking about being a heartbroken dog. Man, I was so through with Atlanta teams in the mid-90s, man. When they ain't re-signed Prime, dog, and let him get out of there. That's when I first started learning about free agency and all that. I was like, bro, and he trade Dominique.
Oh, boy.
Trade Dominique for Danny Manning, bro.
Danny Manning, dog.
No disrespect to Danny Manning, but, bro, y'all don't realize what these men were to our community in Atlanta, bro. Like, it was the whole, I mean, come on, dog. So, and you know, everybody got their theories of why it really happened. I ain't even want to speak on. But, yeah, man, just like growing up in Atlanta, growing up in the A, and him being like, my first video I did on 3 where I talked about him I told him, I said, bro, y'all don't get it. Like, it's different. Like, he's the reason that I was wearing a bandana under my helmet playing football at College Park at Bill Badger Field. You know, he's the reason that when people wanted to score, they wanted the high step. You know what I'm saying? He's the reason that people wore their starter jackets and start over their shoulder pads. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you wanted the foul. Nobody wanted the foul. The Raiders starter jackets, what everybody wanted, but in Atlanta, man, we had to have that Falcons, boy.
Right.
He made it hard. You know what I'm saying? So now, man, and like you said, the shoes, like, man, that's man, them pair of shoes I had on was from 2010, bro. She was 15 years old, dog. Like, they came out again in 2017, and I collect retro shoes, but that was shoe I had to pay a lot of money to get that shoe. But it meant something. And everywhere I wear that shoe, especially in Atlanta, I'm gonna get at least 2 or 3 nods, depending on how many people I see. Somebody like, hey, boy, they come back out in February too, man.
Oh, boy, I'm already on it, dog.
Yeah. You saw the pair he had on when he was talking to Pat Man the other day. The white and sky blue ones.
Yeah. Then they wearing them black and gold ones. Let me tell you, when he went to Colorado, the first thing I told my boys, I was like, man, wait a minute, he coming from an Under Armour school to a Nike school. I was like, they getting ready to bring them primes back out, man. I was like, if they bring them primes out, and I was thinking about them 93, I was like, they bring them things out, that black, gold, and white with that color scheme. I was like, oh, that's gonna be off the chain. And so they brought them 96s back first, but man, I knew it was coming, man. It was just a matter of time, and
they brought them 96s back. Bro, they come back and hit with them, man. They hit them 94s. They need to let these 93s ride out.
Yeah.
And then about a year and a half, 2 years from now, they need to hit with them 94s. That's like that. Hey, man, that's the trifecta right there. And if they really want to get nasty with it, they can go back and bring back the Huaraches that used to be the Deion Sanders claws when he had the commercial with Dennis Quaid. Yeah, man. They bring them Huaraches back out, bro. Yeah. And people don't even really know about that. Y'all go look up Deion Sanders claws. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah. Hey, dude. I don't know if do you remember that Roadrunner commercial he had when the Pepsi commercial and he had on them 96 DTs in. I was like, man, like y'all got to understand, Deion was that dude in Atlanta, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you from Atlanta, it's not Atlanta, it's Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like College Park. Marietta ain't Marietta, it's Marietta. You know what I'm saying? Decatur. You know what I'm saying? But it's a culture that we got, man. And what he said about Atlanta was he loved the fact that he came to here and he seen black folks in prominent positions. African Americans driving cars that most people in other places was drug dealers, and they was here in business. So he fell in love with Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And we love them back, man. And like what you said about Dominique, I always felt like the Hawks was cursed behind that. And it didn't get lifted until they put that statue out there of him and put him in that front office. Because you got Danny Manning spent more time on the floor, I mean, literally on the floor, like falling down, than he did playing ball. You know what I'm saying?
He got up out of here. As soon as he get, first thing smoking, got up out of here. We'll holler.
Yeah. And then Dominique went to LA, still averaging 21 points. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the Achilles. That's the first time I learned about what an Achilles was when he told his.
Yeah.
I think I had to be about 12 years old. That was 30 years ago, bro. Time flying.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we here though, still, you know what I'm saying? And we can reminisce about it because me and a couple of my partners this year, we was talking to a little young cat and we was telling him about Freaknik. You know, we was reminiscing about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't know nothing about. He was born in 2003, and I was like, man, you don't understand the life we had here. You know what I'm saying? But so I know you don't spoke about this, but let me bring this right here up, right here.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Got to definitely deal with this because I hadn't did my spiel on this, but let me ask you this. Do you think that we are possibly seeing the greatest college football career right now by one person?
Yeah. Nobody else has done what he's done in college football. He may be the greatest college football player of all time.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, like, just nobody's done this before.
Right.
Now, there have been some guys who've been very good or great, elite, generational at their position, but nobody's been this good playing this long, this amount of snaps at two positions. So
Right.
yeah, when you add he like when you talk about versatility and all that, I don't think you get no better than that, bro.
Yeah. You on the game? You play the game?
Yeah.
So when I first got the game and I played with Colorado and I seen he was the top player, it was funny because you had people like, why he the top player? But then that first game against North Dakota State, he showed them, and I say, see, you see why he the top player in the game. But just to run down the line of everything that he don't did. Now, the elephant in the room is always this to me is how you win a lot impact award, and then you win the best player of the year, and then you win Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year award. You win the other best defense player of the year award, but you ain't. And we already know this because Prime said he gonna give him here, but you ain't get a Thorpe award. Then the guy who won the Thorpe award, y'all got the same equal stats. So even if you didn't want to give it to him, he still should at least been a finalist.
Yeah, but so like now I ain't gonna hate on Barron. Barron had a hell of a season.
Yeah.
Janae Barron at Texas.
Yeah,
he's really good, but he just didn't have the. I mean, but if you would have gave it to him, okay, cool. You could have made the argument for Barron, right?
yeah.
But you couldn't make an argument for Travis not being in the top three, right? I mean, it just and the people that were there, Malachi Starks is great. Caleb Downs, man, his daddy is my partner. I love Coach Downs. Gary Downs is a great guy. And that's family. You know, his brother Josh trains with my son trainer. Like family, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know who you got to take out, but Travis deserved to be in the top three. At least. And you know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a lot of plugs at UGA, so there's no slight to nobody. It's just the fact that Travis deserved to be in the top three. Or not at least let him be in the top four, but he deserved to have his name be a finalist for sure. Yeah.
So I definitely and I heard something that you said the other day, and I'm a running back. So I can appreciate everything that Ashton Jenton did because my take on running back is this, and I may be slanted because I love that position, but as a running back, it's hard because once you get the ball, everybody know you got the ball. So all 11 players coming after you. Whereas when you playing quarterback, you can step back, you know what I'm saying, and you getting rid of the ball. When you're a wide receiver, you got to go get the ball. But as a running back, when you get the ball, everybody coming for you. So I can appreciate and respect what Ashton Jenton did as a running back, even though had Barry Sanders, had they been counting stats for the bowl games, instead of 132 yards short, he probably would have been 300 because Barry Sanders had 200 something more yards in his bowl game that weren't counted. But that being said, I love the running back position. Even on the game, I'm in the dynasty, and I got us a running back that helped Shador this year. You know what I'm saying? That showed out. You know what I'm saying? So I love the running back position. However, for what Travis did this year, dog, you already know. Yeah, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but for what he did, and it's never been done before. So even these cats are still saying, man, not only was he on both sides of the ball, but he was effective on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When you got people scheming for you on both sides of the ball, that's how you know you effective. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, and I heard you say this, and it's the truth. In the 90s, Michael Jordan played against Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, John Stockton, Gary Payton, Clyde Drexler, all great players that in any other time frame, they would have won the championship or possibly been close to one, except for one thing. They was up against Mike.
Yeah.
Whereas, same thing with Ashton Jenton. In any other season, you would have got that thing, except for one thing. You was up against that two-headed monster that played from Collins Hill, that came from that HBCU and showed y'all he was a one of one in him. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you 100% on that when you said that, because you just in a bad time frame of how you was playing, because that dude right there showed something this year that was just phenomenal, and it's gonna be how we probably ain't gonna see it again unless somebody come up with the same work ethic, which to know what he do and see behind the scenes of what he do, You know, that's something major. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to have you on for that moment of talking about that Heisman right there.
Yeah.
But while we still dealing with Colorado, one of the picks that I did a previous show on that I was rooting for us to get in that portal that we signed was Caden Salter.
Yeah.
So what I want to get is, I think it's a great bridge for Caden Salter to be here in Colorado. That way, that pressure for Juju ain't there, but he's a proven winner. Plus, the dude had 2,800 passing yards and 32 touchdowns, another 1,000 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns, 44 touchdowns in one season, and he's a winner. So I was rooting for him to join the team. That's a huge win as far as, you know what I'm saying, being able to give Juju that time where now he ain't got to deal with that pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no, I agree, man. I think like Caden Salter, somebody who played a lot of good football, has some good coaching. Originally, I think out of high school, you signed with Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, but was a 4-star prospect out of high school. Has pedigree, went to Liberty, lit it up, was looking for a place to go. I think he's played the best people in the country. Played against the SEC. South Carolina was one of the teams that I know was interested in him at one point. So you just look at the people that you're beating for people, and yeah, Caden Salter is a ball player, dog. Like, I just think that when you have somebody who's talented, who can come in, who can give you quality snaps early on and provide competition for Juju, and if you only have one quarterback, you really don't have enough. Like, you need talented guys. When you look at all the top teams, they have multiple guys on that roster who can play.
Right.
Dream scenario would be for Caden Salter to come in, sprinkle Juju in, give you throughout the season. Maybe once you get up a few touchdowns, have some packages for Juju where you can just kind of get into the rhythm of being the man for this program. But you got to think, Juju has only played 3 years of high school football. So even for him too, now 17 years old, going to college to command the college locker room is different than what Ryan Williams is doing at Alabama, because this is the quarterback position.
Right.
You got to tell everybody, like, it's not people like letting you in. You got to tell people what to do.
Right.
You telling people, grown folks, 24-year-olds who got babies, 23-year-olds, like, you telling guys, like, imagine Juju having to get on Shiloh Sanders this year. That would have been rough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So sometimes it takes a guy who has some maturity, but I think for him to come in and be able to learn from somebody else, as Caden Salter does have college football experience, and I think it's a good move. It's a move that I saw coming. Yeah, and I'm glad that it came.
And he's a winner, man. And what I like also is, if the offensive line do break down, he got that wobble, and he can get gone for about 20 on you.
Yeah, for sure, man. That RPO is gonna look a lot different next year when you got Caden Salter running it. And then he comes from that offense. So your RPOs basically allow you, like, the trickery that comes along with RPO and pulling it, it just allows people to not to pin their ears back and say, okay, we know we're coming. When you look at Shedeur, sometimes if Shedeur, in some of those situations where if Caden Salter would have been in those same situations as Shedeur, while he doesn't have the same passing acumen that Shedeur has,
right?
Shedeur doesn't have his athletic ability. So some of those runs that Shedeur had, some of those would have been touchdowns if Caden Salter would have made that same play. So, yeah, I just think it's an exciting time for Colorado football, and welcome Caden Salter to the Buffaloes.
Yes, sir, definitely, man. Let me ask you this, man. At the running back position, I know Augusta, you know what I'm saying, and Welch. I spoke to Welch when I was out in Colorado. But who I really want to see, because on the game, I do a lot of stuff on the game when I'm looking at these ratings. So I see them on the game. I want to see, can you do that in real life? I'm excited about. I want to see what Brandon Hood can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speak on that for me.
Yeah, Brandon Hood, he's a tough runner. He had a gruesome injury as far as his junior year in high school at the time. He was being recruited by LSU. You name it in the Southeastern Conference. Multiple SEC schools. You can go pull it up. But LSU was somebody he was favoring at the time. Auburn was in on him, like had an injury. A lot of people backed off of him. His brother wanted to play with him. They get out to Colorado together. They bring their cousin, Trent Hood, the son of NFL veteran Roger Hood. He comes out there. And I think having that support system really allowed Brandon to kind of dig in his first year in college, where he didn't have to get through that injury by himself, where he was seeing family members have success in the same system that he was in. And then, like, now you a lot of talent to take over because you're not thinking as much. Man, Hood is a guy who, even his size, where he may be like, a shorter, thicker build type guy, he's got real live wheels. And once he gets rolling, he's rolling. He has a little bit of shake to his game, but more of a traditional north and south runner. When he makes his mind up, I mean, what you want in college football, once you make your mind up, he's going. And especially when you're talking RPO, he's somebody that I feel like once all he needs is a crack, a little bit of space, and he blows that door open. And he's not sliding through, and he's not skinny, making himself skinny. He's blowing through the hole like a jackhammer, almost like a juggernaut. Power back, but with speed. Kind of reminds me of like a pocket Nick Chubb, if I were to say anybody. So, I think I think where Welch has some shiftiness, has more shiftiness to his game at that size. I think Hood has better long speed.
Okay, because I use him on the game, and I don't broke with him for about 30, 40 yards on him. You know what I'm saying? So if they for some reason, if they got that stat with that 96 speed, I can't wait to see that in real life.
They got Hood 96 on there?
Yes. His speed is 96, dog. So
yeah, that's why. Yeah. I didn't even know. I ain't never played with him. So I didn't even know that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the boy can run. Like it ain't run.
So so I'm excited to see him. You know what I'm saying?
They whole family fans. They uncle ran a 4-3. Roger Hood. Yeah, played with the Eagles. Yeah,
okay.
He was on that Super Bowl team. Yeah, Hood. He walked on at Auburn, so they got a lot of ties to Auburn. They got another brother that played at Auburn too. Yeah, another brother played receiver at Georgia. So it's a lot of them Hoods, boy, out of Columbus, Georgia. And but yeah, that speed running the family. I didn't realize he was that fast though.
Man, yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm excited about seeing, man. I want to see him get on that thing and get gone on him one time. Yeah. So, all right, then, because I'm trying to move a little swift while I got you, but let me look at this right quick. Let's talk about this right here. I told you my favorite two players offense was Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham before Michael Vick. And if you ain't never seen that documentary that he did on the evolution of the black quarterback, man, that thing was phenomenal, man. Because I've always been a component and a router for black quarterbacks, just because of what we've been through. We're trying to show we can have leadership, but for him, that's been my guy. You know what I'm saying? And on defense, of course, it was Coach Prime. But just to highlight him going to Norfolk State, you know what I'm saying, becoming a new head coach, which is a trend that's being set by people like Coach Prime, Eddie George over Tennessee State. I think Bethune-Cookman made a mistake when they let Ed Reed go. You know what I'm saying? But him going back home to Norfolk State, where people know him and he can recruit right there for them. Coach Prime already showed that you can have success at HBCUs and that you can bring and attract the crowd. You're the first one to bring ESPN Game Day to HBCU. So for them to get Michael Vick, man, I think that's going to be super dope, man. And I'm excited about seeing what he can do. He already was helping Andy Reid out on the sly. You know what I'm saying? And then when Atlanta had this little team in that other professional league, he was coaching that before it fell under. So I'm excited to see what this guy can do, man. What's your thoughts on that, my brother?
Yeah, man, love Vic, man. Vic did a lot for the city of Atlanta, man. We hated to see how it ended up. Yeah, man, I just think Vic, like being at home, one thing about it, getting a quarterback, like, and you talk about as far as the concepts that he's picked up, as far as working under Chip Kelly, working under who's currently offensive coordinator at Ohio State, has pro and college schemes, and as far as strategy, as far as what he will be bringing to the table. Well, excuse me, I meant to say concepts. Concepts has pro and college concepts in that offense, and he understands them well as a quarterback. A lot of times a lot of people feel like quarterbacks are the best teachers when it comes to teaching offense. Now I just want, and you think about what he will be able to build. They haven't been more popular guys in the NFL. Like you talk about like Eddie George, you talk about guys like that who have NFL success. Or what's my man name at Alabama State? Eddie Robinson. Yeah. So Robinson played a long time in the league too, but none of them have the name recognition. Like this is the biggest. Like, I mean, nobody has. Even Ed Reed, Ed Reed doesn't have the name recognition of Michael Vick. Yeah, and I love Ed Reed.
Yeah,
Mike Vick is huge, and then for him to go home, him being from Newport News, like dog, like going to Norfolk, Virginia, where he's basically like there's not a living room he can't go in that doesn't know Michael Vick. It's the same thing. Like there may be a couple of people who may not know Eddie George. Maybe a couple in Tennessee people may not know Eddie George. Not everybody. In Bethune-Cookman, I mean, a lot of folks will know Ed Reed, but I don't think nobody will have a name recognition that Michael Vick will have at home in Virginia. So I think it's a great hire, and I'm glad he's getting another chance. And he's done a great job as far as rebuilding his life when people took a lot away from him.
Oh yeah. 2004 Madden, my brother, man. Yeah. On the cover, Michael Vick and them Vick shoes he had, that commercial with the Vick experience.
Yeah.
And Atlanta, he's such a big icon. He divided the city. When he went through what he went through and they tried to come take his signing bonus, that divided the city because we was like, hold on, man. This our dude. You gonna do this to him? Hold on. So
right.
It was just like the Prime effect. When Prime went to San Francisco, he came back that time against the Falcons. And him and Rising got to fight, and he took that pick six to the house. Mm-hmm. And I was so happy. The same thing with Vick. When Vick came back for the Eagles that time, and they got that win, and he scored a touchdown, you had half people wearing Vick jerseys, half people wearing Falcons jerseys. So, man, like you said, this is a dude that was the face of the league, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's some deeper stuff I can go through with about. If him and his brother would have been able to play quarterback, him and Marcus Vick would have been able to play quarterback. Because Mike said about his brother, Marcus is more accurate than me. I'm only faster than him by 1 second. So if I seen a cover with him and Marcus on the cover of it. Both of them had on some chains, had on their white shirts and Air Force Ones. One was in front of Mercedes and one was in front of a Benz. I say a BMW. I said, ooh, the NFL do not want to see that right there. Mm-hmm. Them big boys as quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's gonna be dangerous right there. So agreeing with what you saying, man, Vick is somebody who was a face of the NFL. So he don't see every high, every low you can get on. Just like what you said, he can go in any house and be like, what's up? Especially with HBCUs, man. Yeah. That's who you want to learn from right there for real.
No, for real.
All right, man. My last one, man, and I'm gonna let you get out of here, my brother, is one that's close to home. And I haven't been wearing my hat, so I got my Buffalo hats when we talking about Colorado. You know what I'm saying? But on this one right here, I got to bring out this hat right here, dog.
All right.
Because we got to talk about what just happened, and I want your opinion on it. I know how I felt, and we gonna get into it. With let me pull this up right here. Bam! Here we go. How you feeling about that? I felt like if you want to go first, I'll let go on. You the guest. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling about that?
I mean, Kirk Cousins lead the NFL in interceptions. No fit. And I like Kirk.
Right. No.
I like Kirk Cousins, bro. But yeah, I ain't gotta say no more.
Yeah. I felt like if we could have kept Penix on the bench for 2 years or something, that would have been great because that meant Kirk was leading us to a playoff and we was playing some meaningful football in December and January. You know what I'm saying? Because Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. That get him time to understand the game. But like you said, he lead the league in NFL interceptions. And I think before that Denver game, Kirk got hit and got hurt and ain't told nobody and now he in his head. So what I felt like they could have made this move in the Raiders game because of the fact that Raiders don't want to win. They want their spot for their QB. And the Giants, you know what I'm saying? They the worst teams. So this is a good time. Kirk, sit back, just get your head back focused, man. Get your head back focused. We're gonna let the young guy get in, let him get his feet wet. Then, you know, for some reason, if he don't pick up, then he know Michael Penix know he the future. So it ain't like you getting benched again. We just letting you try it out, man. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like this was a good move. I wish it would have been last week because now he got 2 weeks against teams that ain't the best teams. So it ain't a whole lot of pressure. Then you take that momentum to Washington and then take that on to Carolina. Because if we don't win these next few games, I'm about to lose a bet, man. I bet some coworkers that we're gonna get 10 wins, and if not, I gotta take them to lunch. And you know, if I gotta eat it, I gotta eat it. But man, I really, and we was on some good momentum and some good high. But like I said, I think Kirk is really, you know what I'm saying, he in his head. So I think this is a good thing for the city. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna ride with Mike. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ride with Mike. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Now shout out to Mike Penix, man. I think man, he throws a real catchable ball, poised, 25 years old, got some maturity. I think if any of the rookies, and you look at the success of the rookies that they've had this year, at varying levels or varying degrees of success. Yeah, I think it's time, bro. And I'm glad that they actually had the foresight because I was lighting the Falcons up when they drafted him 8 overall after he paid Kirk Cousins, but somebody had the foresight to know that this could be a possibility. Right. I'm glad they did, man, for sure.
Right. So I'm definitely happy that he gonna get his shot. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what's gonna happen, and I'm looking for good things because he's played a lot of football, so he got a lot of experience. So and he throws a deeper ball. You know what I'm saying? And he can get out the pocket. Them times where Kirk couldn't move, he can move and be mobile and get out there and do what he need to do. Plus, with that nucleus we got, the only problem has been Kirk. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they finally put Younghoe Koo on injured reserve and brought in another kicker. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what these last 4 games is going to be about. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that we go ahead and do what we need to do, man. So I ain't got to pay for these lunches. You know what I'm saying? If I do, it is what it is. But they at first I was up and everybody's like, "Dang, T, okay." But now, they be hitting me up every day. Hey, man, you know I want to go. I want to go to Rays on the River. I want to go.
Man, so, they gonna light you up, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, man, look, I appreciate you coming out here today, my brother, because especially not feeling good, man, because you could easily been like, hey, man, look, bro, let's reschedule. So, man, I want you to get healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? Go get yourself some rest, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can chop it up some more at another time, man. We definitely gonna have to get some lunch, man. I'm downtown in the city for all the time. I work at SAE, so I'm always downtown, man. So we can get together, get some lunch, man. But get you some rest, my brother.
I gotta do this. I got a live. I gotta go. I promised these folks a live, so I gotta go do a live. I gotta record for man. Shit, well, I'm just getting started. I'm gonna take me an allergy pill. I'm gonna keep rolling, man.
Okay.
Shit, long God gave me breath, man. I'm gonna keep grinding. So
okay.
As long as everybody bear with me, a little more nasal than usual, but hey, content coming,
Don't stop.
Man. Make sure y'all check me out on that Dukes D Scoop Instagram and Twitter, and make sure you go to my YouTube page at Dukes D Scoop. Check out the Scoop with Dukes. Make sure you subscribe, man. Big shouts out to the We Win Sports Talk Show with my man Smooth T. Man, thank you, bro. Love, fool.
For sure, man. Definitely, man. Appreciate you coming out, man, and we'll be in touch, my brother.
All right, bet, bro.
You blessed, man. All right, y'all. That's my boy Dukes, Phillip Dukes, man. Showing love to the show, man. I appreciate him coming out, man. This has been an awesome show, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, again, before we get out, man, like and subscribe, man. Please, you know what I'm saying? Go on and hit that like button. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Go on and hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? Also, hit us up, man, on all social media platforms at Smooth T for real. You know what I'm saying? At Smooth T for real. So, yo, check it out, man. We'll be back, you know what I'm saying, coming up again Friday. Got another show, man. Got some more special guests popping through, man. So, hey, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you came here to rock with me today. And, man, we had a banger today, man, with my boy Phillip Dukes, man. Straight from the A, baby. So, yo, that's all we got for today, man. Definitely appreciate you coming, man. Want to say thank you again. And, hey, man, remember in life, man, no matter what you go through, man, you keep going for it. You keep pressing. You keep pressing until you get to the end. Because in the end, we win. And if you ain't about to win, don't go in. Peace.